Majo, John, Ned, and Juanito sitting outside of the Laurels Rehab Center where I've been living for a week. I want to make a video about love and fear. Those are the two poles of all of our existence. We come from love. It was an act of love, more or less, that created all of us. Talking Heads got that. From the sleep of reason, a life is formed. We're creatures of love. We're all creatures of love, and that's what we're meant to be for our whole lives. And if things go well, if our birth goes well, we can remain immersed in that love, still feeling totally connected. That's not the way it worked for me. The stories I hear about my birth is that my mom, it took a long, long time. And she ended up pulling instead of pushing. So I got born in a very traumatic way. And that was my karma, really. My early years did not feel connected. There was lots of trauma, alcohol and yelling, and trauma in the family. But I overcompensated. I did really well. I excelled because I thought that was what I had to do to earn my place at the table. So I had big careers. And finally, in my early 40s, all that collapsed. The big career collapsed. The attempt to rescue my family, or my broken family, we had split up when my son was 2. The pain of all that was hitting me in the face big time. And on top of all that, my sex abuse memories came back. So I was blown apart in my early 40s. And then went on to 30 years of just exceptionally living in fear. Living in fear of my own diagnosis of bipolar disorder, living in fear of the terrible drugs that kept me in bad shape for 30 years. Living in fear of my past, living in fear of my own unconscious. So it's been a rocky road. Lots of people have trauma. Lots of people have much worse trauma than that. People live in torture, live in literally tortured, literally in war zones. It's not exceptional that my life has had a lot of trauma. That's really the human situation, is that we spend our lives needing to heal trauma. In my early 70s, life gave me a get out of jail free card, woke me up. And following that, I spent 5 years getting bigger and bigger and living from love more all the time, really clear that that's who I am, as love, and that's what I'm meant to do, is to share love. I knew it all the time. I came from a rock solid place of I am loved, life, what God, I don't know what God is, but there's something that I'm part of. Now, more recently, March 3rd, I experienced a physical reset where my body, after late 70s, I was doing good. I looked like a really young late 70s. One of the videos I shot after March 3rd said, I just aged 30 years in 6 weeks. Yeah. So that rocked me, that shook me, scared me. I got an erroneous diagnosis of terminal cancer. But even right now, I don't know. I've got three cancers we're going to be looking at in the next few weeks. Any of them could be serious, but I don't know. So on a physical level, I really got brought very low, spending more time since March 3rd, has been more time on my back in a hospital or now a rehab than a free bird walking around. And in the middle of all that, most of that time I have stayed in a love space. Even 2 hours after I got the cancer diagnosis, I was laughing hysterically about an incident with my catheter. One of the funniest videos I've ever made. Life conspired to keep me laughing. Keep me laughing, don't take it serious, and stay in that love space. So mostly I have been. Now, I've done a lot of work to diagnose what's wrong with the U.S., especially after being down in Mexico. And two things I've diagnosed down there is Mexico is not a consumerist culture like the U.S. is. Consumerism, racism is the original sin of the U.S., but consumerism is right behind there. Possibly the most consumerist culture ever in the history of the world. Not so in Mexico. People don't live for what they buy. They don't go to the mall. They do, there are beautiful malls and you can go there for a day off, see a different world. But it's not where people come from. They don't buy stuff. They reuse, recycle. And the happiness of the Mexican people does not come from what they own or who they own. So the second part of that analysis is that the U.S. is the most romance-oriented culture possibly in the history of the world. There are more romantic places, Paris, you could say. But in terms of marketing and selling the romance dream, that's a U.S. creation. The rom-com is a U.S. creation. The belief that the answer to your trauma, the answer to your pain, the answer to your loneliness is to consume the right person. So for the last 5 years, really since I woke up, I've been on a campaign, a little vendetta against romance, the monogamous version of romance, that the right person can make you happy. That's not what's meant to make you happy. It's being alive, it's being a human being. That's the source of happiness. It's knowing who we really are. And as soon as we believe that some other person is going to complete us, we have forgotten who we are. And I went through that. I've gone through that again and again and again. Romance has been my biggest addiction really for the longest time. And just recently, in the last few weeks, there's a woman here in Asheville that I fell for. Now she's lovable, and at my best, I've just been feeling a lot of love for her. She's a dance facilitator. She's gorgeous. She's very loving and talks about love eloquently. So at my best, I've just been loving her and noticing, wow, she's awesome. She's a goddess, I'm a god. And when I'm clear about that, that's great. I finally lost my clarity, just especially yesterday, where my primal pain, my belief that I'm not okay by myself, that I have to be doing, that I have to be earning love, came to the fore. And I dipped into the most vulnerable, scared place I've been for a long time, and got scared that this object of my affection would slip away. And then it seemed yesterday like she had, when the whole day she didn't reply and we were supposed to get together today. So I got to really look that demon in the eye, the part of me that doesn't know who I really am. And then by 10 o'clock at night, when my phone goes on to do not disturb and she could not reach me, I said, that's it, she's gone. She's spent the whole day. And it's the second time she's done that, so forget that. It was good to do that because I came back to, why, where'd you get the notion that the right person was going to complete you? That's not where you've been. Even in your illness, you've been saying every person who comes through that door is God, and my job is to worship them. And I've been doing that, but it tends to slide into, well, then if I could seduce them into seeing me after the hospital, that would be the right outcome. No, that's not the right outcome. The right outcome is you love the one you're with. And you be love, be peace wherever you go. Feel talked out. Sun is warming me up. And my hand has been shaking. I do have tremors. That's part of the physical stuff I'm going through. So if I don't recover, I'm physically more robust today. I'm walking around without a walker, even though all the nurses are kind of huffing and puffing about it. And I'm showing the signs. I think that very likely before long I'll be not using a catheter anymore. Since March 3rd, I haven't peed like a normal human being. I see the signs that could come back. Will I get back to full health? I don't know about that. Will I ever get back to Mexico? Because in the height of my illness, I got medevac to the U.S. and I miss my Mexico. I'm more me in Mexico. Will I ever get back to Mexico? I don't know any of that. I can't know any of that right now. All I can know is this moment. And in this moment, the sun feels really good. The air feels really good. I don't know if this video, I won't have any idea how this video turned out till I check it out. And that's not important. None of it is important. I am, and I know who I am, and don't need anybody else to complete me. What I need to do is to remember that my essence is love, and I'm here to love, and do that at every moment. Then things get simple. Then I can peacefully say, peace out, peace out, peace out, everybody. I'm going to shut up now. Yeah. Have a great Saturday, Sabado.